Hi and welcome to the day 11 of my Christmas tutorial series. This time I'm gonna be making a set of mini cards that work as gift card holders or money holders. This project is meant for children, but of course, as any children's project, it can be used for a lot of adults as well. So let's get started and see how it's done. To begin with, I'm going to take a couple of standard A2 side folding card bases and I'm going to cut them directly in half, that is at 2 3/4 of an inch mark. These are going to be the bases for my mini cards. For my focal image, I'm going to be using this die by Simon Says stamp that is called Picture Book Puppy. I have used white, gray and pink cardstock to die cut all elements. I've die cut each element 3 times to create 3 cards. Now I'm going to assemble the puppies, so I'm applying some mounting tape at the wrong side of the head. This way I will have some adhesive exposed on the right side and I will inlay all the smaller die cuts. I have the noses die cut out of black cardstock and now I'm using the liquid glue to attach them. Next I will be attaching the tongue. I'm using the little spatula to lift up the die cuts that are stuck to the tape and then I'm going to insert the tongue inside. I will also use some liquid glue to keep it in place securely. The next step is attaching both ears and again I'll be using the liquid adhesive. The one I'm using is Ranger Multimedia Matte. As always, I have the list of supplies that I'm using on my blog and in the description for you to check out. Next I'm going to use some googly eyes. I'm choosing the right size for this image and then again I'm attaching them with the liquid glue. Now the puppy is ready, but I definitely have to add some more to make him look more Christmassy. I'm going to use the ear die from this very same set to create a hat for him. I've die cut it twice out of patterned paper and plain cardstock and I'm going to layer both pieces just for more sturdiness. I've used the small circle die to create the pom-pom. And now I'm attaching it on top of my head. By the way, both left and right ears work for the heads. I'm placing the hat on top of the puppy's head just like that. And here is the trick to attach dimensional scarf to the card. You're placing the head onto the card base and you're making 2 marks with a pencil just where the scarf should be. Then I will have to open up the card base and I'll be using the ruler and the craft knife to cut the 2 slits. The length should be about 3/8 of an inch each. And then I'm going to erase all the remaining pencil marks. But before I actually attach the scarf, I'm going to stamp the sentiments. The ones I'm using are from Winter Scene stamp set by Simon. They are just the right size for my cards. I'm going to use the green ink for stamping, which is Memento bamboo leaves. I'm positioning the sentiments right at the bottom of the cards. To create the wintry background, I'll be using Tiny Dots embossing folder by Sizzix. I'm placing the card inside so that the bottom part sticks out, and this way it's not gonna be embossed. Then I'm sending the folder through my die cutting machine, and this is the result that I get. The entire background is embossed, but the sentiment strip is plain. To create the scarves, I'll be using the strips of FOAMIRAN, but you can also use felt. Each strip is half an inch wide and about 9.5 inches long. You can easily fit the strips through the slits on the card base, and then you can tie the ends just as you do with the scarf. I'm trimming off the ends of the strip, and then I'm also going to create the fringe using the scissors. By the way, I used the same material, FOAMIRAN, to create the pom-pom on the hat. Then I'm going to use some hot glue to attach the ends of the scarf to the card base. I only have to attach the ends, not the entire scarf, to be able to tuck the head in later on. And then I'm repeating this process for the remaining 2 cards. To attach the head, I'm simply peeling off the liner from the mounting tape. Then I'm going to tuck the head just behind the scarf and press it down to stick. Then I'm going to repeat this process since I'm working on all 3 cards at the same time. You can use those cards as they are, but I'm going to take them one step further and add money holders to them. So I will need a piece of cardstock the same size as my card, plus I will use the die set by Simon's stamp that is called Perforated Flaps. I'm using the second largest one. I'm going to send it through the machine, and this is the result that I get, the perforated outline plus a tiny notch at the top. Then I'm going to use the same green ink to stamp tear here. This stamp comes from a very handy stamp set by Scrappiness. It's meant for interactive cards, and it has a lot of sayings like I move, I slide, scratch here, tear here, and so on. When I'm done with the stamping, I'm going to flip over the panel and I'm going to attach 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape all around the perimeter of this panel. As I mentioned, you can add a gift card inside, but I'm going to use some money. So I have folded my money and I'm adding it at the wrong side. I'm tucking it into that notch so you can see it on the right side. Then I'm simply peeling off the liner and I'm going to attach this panel on the inside of my card. It looks nice and neat, and there is still enough place to add your personal message inside. And this is what the finished project looks like. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget it's the part of the series, so check out the previous videos as well. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you again next time.